Good morning, good weekend, people. And sorry for the weekend reading being out a little bit later. So I made a post on my YouTube channel with a little bonus message with the firefly and the elephant card. So if you want the full message from these, go read up on it. They are also going to be included with the message for this weekend. There are so many hoverflies, I think they're called, around me, so you might see them in the video, but I don't know what's happening. But when I was looking up the symbolic meaning for the hoverflies, it's about transformation, and it's about swift action, like things changing very fast, and also us needing to adapt into that energy, and also paying attention to the details. So I think that is a extra message for the weekend. Yeah. Besides these cards, I also pulled from the normal tarot. Before that I pulled the firefly and the elephant, and we have the Nine of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, and the World. It's like they have turned up a little bit. Turned up. Is that symbolic? Something is being turned up. They have become bendy. That also sounds wrong. Anyway, from laying in the sun. But I feel these cards are actually very symbolically aligned with the other cards. So together it's a very powerful confirmation, I would say. And with the firefly, the first thing, and I think I also wrote this in the message I posted about them on YouTube, the first thing that came through was this, like, wow, energy of something suddenly lighting up. From something being stuck there, dark and gloomy, something is lighting up. I almost felt like I actually wanted to have tea, so maybe I might just pause and take some tea. Maybe because we need a message. Actually, with that, something I've paid attention to with spirit and with signs, and that's probably something you need to pay attention to in the weekend. Sometimes we get a sign, like a song or something like that, but that's not the sign, because the sign makes us furthermore look into something else, if it's a band or another sign or a post or something we see. So sometimes when you receive signs, and it might be something that happens in this weekend, because the universe and spirit tests us for us to actually tap more into the messages and our intuition. Like, you can explore your intuition, your abilities. And while I said that, I just had this like flash of what happened earlier, because I was trying to get the message out of the hoverflies by myself, like asking, like, why are you here, like, what is your message, and I didn't feel anything. But then one fly actually sat on the World card, and first I dismissed it, but after I heard that doors needed to close so that the new doors could open, and it's actually been the theme that we've been talking about. Yeah. Anyway, I will make some tea and be back with you guys. I am back. Maybe the tag is not a sign. Maybe the Hello Pumpkin cup is a sign. Maybe it's a sign for October. I am keeping an eye, because one of the big harness, what do you call those? The big wasps are flying around here. And I do not like them. If I'm suddenly gone, that's why. Okay, should we look at the message for today? People who love are forgiving. Wow. People who love are forgiving. Okay. Maybe this weekend there is something about being forgiving. Or just forgiving yourself. Or forgiving time. Anger. I don't know. Something. Can be a big thing to a little thing. But now I will enjoy my tea. That is very hot right now. Okay. Where did we come from? Where did we come from? Where did we go? Something, something, da da da. But yeah, as I also wrote in the post, something or someone that you thought were far away is actually closer than you think. So again, for others of you it could be something or someone, because again we do have the Two of Cups. I don't know if I showed these cards today. I think I showed the World because the hoverfly was sitting on it. So yeah, but if you wanna read more into the message that I posted, the post is up with the firefly and the elephant. Yeah. Oh, 555. Well, there you go. That's actually a number I saw this morning because I woke up at 555. So 555 might be a number that is going to follow you this weekend. There's so many of these fireflies. Oh, 616, that's a new relationship or connection. I saw the big boy again. I think it's because the hoverflies are here. I also read that if the hoverflies are around you, it's because that they are attracted to your energy and your calm energy and your vibration. So it's a good sign. So pay attention to hoverflies too. But obviously the big boys, oh my god, that was a door closing. The big wasps, I don't know whatever you call them, they also like snacks, right? Just stay away. Stay away. And suddenly there's no hoverflies. Oh, one. There's nothing you guys can say. Anyway, I'm tapping into different energies when it comes to the cards and the messages for this upcoming weekend. I do want to say there might be something happening where someone points something out, or you see a sign through something that confirms that your energy has shifted. That's the first thing. But there's also something here with your energy being protected. You are protected. For some of you guys, I do want to say it could be that you realize that you have been protected when it comes to something you thought would happen that didn't happen. And it can be many things. It can even be like, again, like your plan to go somewhere, but then something happened, a cancellation or something, you got sick, whatever, you were late, but then later you find out that something actually happened, right? So it can be that, but it can also be obviously connected to someone or something that was just not in alignment with you, that would have delayed your manifestations or pulled you in the wrong direction. So there is this energy here of a protective realization, I guess. And it actually makes sense with the elephant because they are very protective, right? Very powerful. They are also a very what is the word? Reliable, supportive, like especially when it comes to family matters. And we are soon in Cancer season, so there is something here with this energy of really being protective and nourishing, and really nothing will happen to you here, or a person is going to show you that I'm here for you, and yeah, there for you in a way, if it's a friendship or love or whatever. And I say that because the Two of Cups is here. Also with the Nine of Cups, something is ready. 9 is about almost being it's so crazy with all these but yeah, you're ready to take the hood off. The bird, yeah, something is ready. I always feel like Pentacles are always a little slow, so there is still this energy of like it happens when you are ready, which could still feel slow and calm, which is the way. It shouldn't be rushed. So first of all, I do want you to pay attention to synchronicities, conversations, a person dropping a random comment, if it's online, or if it's dropping a random quote, well maybe, or whatever they say. For some of you guys, maybe this is even something that happens Monday, Tuesday. Again, it's different timelines for you. I did hear that one of you, there's something you haven't signed yet, and if it's spiritual or real, it kind of feels like it's a real thing, like a contract or something you need to sign. Something is not moving before you have signed the papers, taking the last step in something. That has been procrastination, I heard, so that is for you. But whatever this is, it's something you can clearly pinpoint to and be like, this is the clearest sign I have ever received, and it will never make you doubt again. And I'm actually going to share something because I spoke with a friend about the day that I had all the synchronicities. I made a video about that, and she talked about how her sign was a unicorn, and she was like, well, how the hell am I going to say unicorn? And I was like, well, you can see it through, you know, pictures of someone saying it, or it can be out there, it can be online, you know. The universe doesn't have any rules, and the universe is very creative. It makes you pay attention. So after our call, some hours after, she sent me a picture, and she was like, oh my god, she got her unicorn sign. And first of all, I was like, I told you so. I told you, because I told her to pay attention to unicorns that day after our conversation. And in the picture, there was more than one sign, and this is what I want you guys to pay attention to when it comes to signs. There was toy, I think she was in Target or something like that, and there was this like stand with unicorn fluffies. Let's call them fluffies. And the other thing I paid attention to besides that, because that's what she paid attention to, was that there was price tags underneath, and there was so many ones. I think there was 7 ones or something like that. The second thing I paid attention to was the tag on the ear of the fluff which said tiny new beginnings. Tiny new beginnings. There you go. If that's not a sign in itself, right? So again, was the unicorn the sign, or was the tiny new beginnings the sign, right? Again, the universe is creative, and the more you pay attention to it, the more the universe is also going to give you signs and symbols. But if you're someone who is not believing in it, you will probably likely not see the signs. And it's also for you to understand other people around you who might not understand the world of living with signs and being connected with spirit and being in alignment. Our new favorite word. I also saw 333 today again, so okay, what else do I feel with this? I also feel there's something about an invitation that's beginning here, a real invitation, or like I had this like image of like a notification on the phone with like you have a friend request or you have a like a follower or something like that. Like there's something with that as well. And we have the world, which is online communication. It rules the world, right? Like it can be something that comes from far away or from online. It's a new portal. I also do want to make that Patreon post soon, but again, there is a reason why it hasn't been made yet, so it will be out when the time is right. Oh, we also have, when is that? We have a new moon in Cancer, so again, that's where the elephant comes in, I believe. But okay, there could be a message that comes through from someone who's been watching you for a while, maybe even studying you or studying what you do. I just had the 3 of Pentacles come up in my mind, so maybe someone, or maybe this connection is connected to collaborations, something you do, something creative, something you post. But obviously it can also be love, it can be friendship, it can be whatever. But pay attention to that. And with that, there could also be an actual offer coming in regarding work, travel, networking that actually puts you closer to maybe even a soulmate connection, or a big victory, a bigger connection, a bigger connection. Yeah, a bigger upgrade, a bigger step. Butterfly is landing on the 2 of Cups. So there you go. Thank you, Hoverfly. It does feel like there is something about like a tiny bridge being connected, which I guess in a sense makes sense. And again, wow, that was a tangled way of saying it. It makes sense because in a reading not long ago we actually had the reverse 5 of Cups, right? Where we spoke about like when he's reversed, he's actually seeing the 2 cups, which is the possibilities. 2 of Cups. Thank you, Spirit. And then the bridge in the past, in the back, that actually leads towards what is important. Do you guys see how Spirit plays with you? Like it makes, like again, you can say something random, and then 10 minutes later it makes sense because Spirit is pointing it out, right? Yeah, there's something here about your timeline for your manifestations and love and whatever it is that you're trying to manifest is closer than ever. 1919 with that. The last thing is that, and this comes down to the message I had with the Hoverfly, that a karmic closing is finalized. Like it could be a karmic contract that you had with someone. It could be an ex for some of you. It could be an old house. It could be a workplace. It could be, well, it can be whatever, right? At least even something about a car, or something that didn't work, something that was draining, or maybe something that just outplayed. That's the wrong way. The Spirit showed me the 8 of Cups, so something that was like done, like you outgrown it, I guess you can say. Yeah, you outgrown whatever that was. For some of you guys, you had not a discussion, but you might have had a conversation with someone. It could be love related, where you set boundaries, or where you're like, this is not going to work anymore. But it was like you freeing both of you, so you did the right decision. That's very specific. that could be a part of this karmic something that ended. For others of you, there's also something that's related to work where you ended something. But the Eight of Cups keeps coming up in my mind, so there is a lot of memories connected to this in a way. Maybe even a city or something. Someone be like, can you have a karmic contract with a city? Yeah. If there was something around that city that was a part of your karmic lessons, then yeah. So yeah, some of you guys might fully decide to release an old connection or a tie to something. If it's a feeling or whatever it is. Yeah, something is finalized before the new can come in. I think because this is already long, and I know you guys, you don't mind that. But I'm just going to take a last card and see what else we need to know with this. Oh, okay. Seven of Cups reversed and the Star. Confusion turns into guidance. Yeah. Again, it could also be connected with, like, you see the illusions of something and it doesn't confuse you anymore. And with the Star, it's the new coming in, it's your wishes being fulfilled, it's healing, it's, you know, it's powerful. That is the last message I want to give you guys for the weekend. So remember to pay attention to not just the first signs, but also what comes after. Bye.